You're really good at math to know that's 62 minutes.
Yeah, why? It says 62 on it.
Is it an hour? An hour and 2 minutes?
Yeah?
You know what it is? Are you serious?
What? Is that too much time?
No, it's an hour and a half. What did you think 62 minutes was?
I don't
Oh, dude, that's some killer math, bro. That's all first
That's exactly
grade
how
math.
I said it, too.
I was confused.
You're really good at math.
I was like, what do you mean? All I had to do was scroll to 62.
How many shapes were in that number?
Oh my god. 62, an hour and 2 minutes? Oh, broke, no.
I am a full embodiment of the school system.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm just proud you made it past 21.
I'm just proud of my son at this point. I was
He's
getting
doing better
worried
than I
about his
am.
math skills, but that just made me go, you know what? He's not that bad. he's got it figured out, you know? I was like, maybe he's smarter than I give him credit for, you know?
I think we gotta call him. Hey,
You know, I'm sorry I get on your
math
ass.
is a lot better than we thought.
I don't mean to get on you in math. You're actually pretty good. You're way above your grade level, apparently.
Yours isn't always good.
Was that 24 hours? What is that, like 4 days?
I think that's a light year.
Oh my god. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we've never hit a strong suit.
Are we really doing 62 minutes? That's forever.
There's so many letters.
Oh god. What's up, guys? We are back, episode 10. I'm here with... You're just broke again?
Yep.
Okay, because I was going to feel weird calling you Gabriel, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're not some angel.
No. Clearly, I can't do math. At least they can.
Oh, God. Episode 10. Here with my boy Broke. We're going to be starting a new podcast. We'll be doing weekly episodes. So make sure you go to World's Vibe Podcast. Subscribe on all channels. Did you make a YouTube?
I should have, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we got all... Just making sure.
There's no math involved. I'm pretty sure I got that one locked in.
God, I hope someone was watching that on live and was like, did this dude just ask if 62 minutes is an hour and 2 minutes?
I don't even think I got an answer.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you did good. Gold star.
I did good.
Okay. But yeah, we'll be doing a new podcast. Brought him on. Not only will he be a podcast host, he has also lived a troubled past. He doesn't really want to talk about it, but he's gonna. So, yeah. Let's start with, when you were in school, instead of doing math, clearly, what drugs were you doing?
Clearly, I can't measure them.
Because you had a drug problem, didn't you, when you were in school? Isn't that from what you guys told me is you were doing pills, right?
Yes. I had a very bad Xanax addiction and Percocets.
Where do you get Xanax and Percocets at that age?
Stealing them from grandparents
Really?
and like just friends' houses, deals and stuff.
Really? Yeah, I guess that stuff was around when
Don't steal your grandma's drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. They're bad. I mean, if you're an adult and you're doing drugs on the weekends and living your life, I don't give a shit what you do. But if you have a problem, you should probably go get help. But like I've said in previous podcasts, I'm not against doing drugs if you're an adult, as long as you're still manning up, doing your job, living your life, taking care of your family. You want to go blow some lines on the weekend? Do your thing. You want to take some ecstasy and rave out a couple times? Go ahead. But
Just make sure you measure it correctly and you're good at math.
yeah, make sure you're not like, all right, this is 12 eighths, and then you're just screwed.
Yeah. That's a trip to the hospital you don't want to make.
So what made you do Xanax and perk? Just the fun of it, like as a kid? Because I remember I tried Vicodin when I was in probably high school, and it just made me throw up all crazy. I took a lot because I didn't realize what you were supposed to take, and I'm all hot and like puking, and it was so bad. I never wanted to do pharmaceuticals again. It sucked. What does Xanax do?
Basically, it was a downer. So basically what I would normally do is the 1 liter monsters, I would end up chugging half of that, and then I would throw like 2 Xanax in it and let it dissolve, stir it up a little bit, and then I would refill it with more energy drinks, so like Rockstar, Venom, like those Joker drinks, and like maybe a 5-hour energy if there was room.
Jesus Christ.
And
So legitimate suicide, huh?
that's basically what it was in layman's terms.
I gotta cut that out. I don't have my phone. It's over there. All right. What time is that? 5 minutes in? You can't say suicide. I'm gonna get demonetized. They won't share it.
Basically,
That's how I say it again.
how do you PG that?
I don't know.
Offing myself?
Yeah. Or turning the power off. That's one that I use.
Unplugging the circuit.
Yeah.
Basically, basically that's kind of...
Yeah, there's different ways to say it. But yeah, you can't say certain words. It's dumb. Honestly, we're probably gonna get in trouble for Xanax and Percocet.
We might.
Yeah, because I was saying heroin and ecstasy and stuff on another one, and TikTok. On TikTok. Oh no, TikTok! I can't go live on this during this podcast. All right, we're starting over.
I
gotta
was
shut that
waiting
down.
for it. Let's redo that.
Shit. Oh, I probably got in trouble already. Yeah, we're still on. That's fine. TikTok just gets really pissy about certain words.
They really do.
Yeah.
But yet your facial recognition,
Yeah.
they got you, buddy.
I was talking about how I used to, like, when I went to jail for almost offing myself because they caught me with a gun. I was saying that they checked my system and I had a bunch of drugs in it, and I named the drugs. They took the audio off the video. They completely shut it down. I got a strike for violating their policy, which I'm probably gonna get another one for this video.
What's the limit? Like,
I
how
don't
many
know.
strikes
We're gonna
do you
find
get?
out.
I'm back in the picture, so we're gonna test this theory.
Yeah, we'll find out. I'm pretty sure they'll give you a couple strikes and they'll just stop showing your content.
Like
And then-
shadow ban you?
Yeah, and then you've got to go like 30 days of solid posts without saying or doing anything bad, and then they'll give it back to you. But like Mick9, yeah, who cares? I was gonna say shit, no one knows I'm Mick9. But Mick9, when I would do that, I kept getting shadow banned and shut down to the point to where they would just stop showing my content. Yeah,
Yeah. We don't know who Mick9 is, though.
yeah.
He's
You-
a rat, the rat tat tattler.
He wasn't as buff back then.
He's still getting listeners on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that-
dude,
that amazes me.
Mick9 was a solid. That was genius, bro.
It really was.
And then my ex-business partner stole him, so I got to remake Mick9. Yeah.
They kidnapped Mick9.
They kidnapped Mick9, bro. They locked him up, set that rat trap out, and they got him.
Damn, poor Minnie.
Yeah, remember that first video we dropped? Hit like 3-point-some million views, and then they took the sound away from that too.
Wasn't that the one where Mick9 was tied to the bed?
No, that was the second one. That was the one where we went to that alley and recorded it, and that dude pulled up because we were throwing all that money around, and he pulled up thinking he was gonna get some.
Oh shit, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. He thought he was all smooth too.
Mick9 on the track. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be stuck in my head all day
Yeah.
now.
That's why I fuck Daisy. Yeah.
Hey, at least Mick9 can measure.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I
You
obviously
got to
can't.
sell the way Mick9's selling. Dude's
Yeah.
a hustler.
Anyway, back to the topic.
Yeah, but yeah, let's get back into it. So you were doing drugs as a kid. Let's not name. Just name them. At this point, we're talking about not doing drugs in our past. So hopefully they're more lenient on it. Because it's not like we're glorifying the drugs. We're talking about how dumb and stupid we were for doing the drugs.
Kind of made me all retarded. No, can't say that either, can you?
I don't know. I've been very good at not saying stuff like that on the podcast until we start our podcast and they go, oh my God, he's an asshole. And I started, well, that's going to be a problem.
Dude, we're bad.
Because I'm PG-ish on this one because it's about helping people. And I don't want the people I helped to be like, oh my God.
This kid, he brought in this kid and it went south.
Yeah. But yeah, so you were in high school. When did you start? In middle school or high school? When did you meet your wife? Middle school?
I met her my freshman year of high school. No. Sophomore year? No. Senior year. The end of sophomore year. The beginning of sophomore year, because my birthday is in September 21st. We got together on the 27th of 2017.
And you were into drugs at that point, weren't you?
I was on like the ass end of getting clean.
Oh, okay.
Or I was in them, and then she found out what I was doing, and I found out that, or she openly told me that her mom was doing basically the same shit, just a little bit worse.
And you're all, damn, we gonna party.
We get
You're all,
lit.
damn, girl,
we get lit.
let me get your mom's number.
Yeah, until I saw what she looked like. No. I don't care if she sees me. I'll put that bitch on blast.
Made you get clean real quick.
Yeah.
You're all, wait, that's what I'm heading towards?
Yeah, no, I'm cool. I saw her. KFC bucket was luckily in nearby. Basically, got with her. She found out I was doing this, like the shit I was doing. And when I came into school one day, and I was gone. I was faded. And I was sitting between two vending machines, and like I was slumped. I was like that, just gone.
In the middle of school?
Yeah, just gone. And like
And nobody said, like teachers and stuff didn't care or nothing?
the school security guard, he came up and he asked me, he was like, hey, shouldn't you be in class? And I told him, I was like, no, it's my off hour. Going on what felt like 4 hours, but I'm pretty sure it was maybe an hour or two. He came back to me and was like, hey, you've been here for a minute, like get your ass to class. And just because like I was known for ditching.
So they just thought you were like sleeping or what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, some people really can't tell what it looks like when someone's on drugs. That is crazy to me.
and,
I
like-
would be like, dude, this dude's fucked up.
And like if you're not from like areas where like it's a lot, because like you go to suburban areas, you ain't gonna find that shit. You ain't gonna find someone who's like slumped over. And, like,
In school? Yeah, no.
yeah, nah.
Actually,
But-
I don't know. I didn't go to high school, so I don't know for sure.
I win. I just don't remember any of it. Well, bits and pieces. And like a couple hours later, he asked if I should be in class, and I told him I was like barely able to walk. And my buddy Kyle, he came over and he like picked me up and he dragged me to class because we had the same class that period. And even during class, I was just half asleep, in and out. Maybe all day, and then like the next day when I got to school, I was sober, and 3 hours into school, my wife actually came up and she talked to me and she told me if I was doing. She asked what I was on, and I told her, and she basically just told me if I don't get my shit together, she's leaving. And like by then we were just dating, and like we felt like there was a real connection there, because even her best friend, she was all over me. And like I didn't want her, and just immediately my attention was on my wife. That's where it was.
So had you guys done anything before this? Do you know what I mean? Like, had you guys had sex or anything before this?
No.
Like, what you were? Because I know if I was in high school and she's like, I'm taking this away from you, I'd be like, oh my God. But you guys never even did anything sexual or anything?
No.
Wow, that
we
is a
were-
real connection. Like, that's a legit connection then, because...
We barely have been together a week.
Really?
And it took about 2 months into our relationship for me to fully get clean. So we got together in 2017, 2025, and I can't do math, so within like the first 2 months of our relationship, it was kind of off and on, ups and downs, which she knew. She knew it was a pattern and it wasn't just gonna stop. But it got less and less, and like the more I did it, the more like shit I felt. And like when I looked at her and I was fucked up, the more like shit that I felt was just
Like the guilt and everything from like lying.
Yeah, like you know when you like go somewhere and like you get like a real sickening feeling in your stomach.
Yeah.
That's how I felt, just like looking at her, and then like a lot of times it's just long reflections in the mirror, just what am I doing to myself? Because can't really, addiction it definitely runs in my family. It really does.
Yeah.
There was,
Same with mine.
I know for about 6 months, I believe, my dad ended up going to Grand Junction, and I was living with my mom, and I met up with one of my buddies, and it like, I was crashing hard, and I remember I was sleeping under bridges, and just chilling with homeless people, getting high on whatever they had, just. I didn't even know half of the shit they were doing. I was just in their circle. All right, let's do this.
How do you get in a homeless person's circle just because you're down?
Because I'm fucked up and they don't care. And
They're like, oh, I got some.
if I have an offer, like if I'm like, hey, I have this, let's do this. They're like, okay, we have this. Let's.
Didn't you wake up one time and your shoes were missing or something?
Yeah, some kid stole my shoes. I'm pretty sure it was a kid. But
You're all like, hope to God it was a kid.
I hope it was a kid. Like, I woke up and, like, my shoes were gone. My shit was dumped out, like, by the river. Like where we hung up, it was called the Greenbelt. And it was, like, all my shit was just dumped and, like, thrown across the, like, water. And
Jesus.
I found one of my bottles just chilling, and that shit was gone. Like, everything in it was gone.
What's that, like a pill bottle?
Yeah, it was an unlabeled prescription bottle. Just.
So was it, you were just into pills, or were you doing like a little bit of everything? Whatever you can get your hands on, like were you snorting lines? Because I'm guessing homeless people would be more into like.
I did.
That sounds more like methy, heroin-y shit.
I did that a couple of times, like just lines. And like those were the times I was hanging out with homeless people. But I don't like the way it made me feel.
Yeah.
It was
You were
just,
more into the downer stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like jittery, and I was just like, no.
That's great. Yeah, we're opposites on that. I was always into like ecstasy and the coke and stuff like that. I never got into meth or anything like that, but coke, ecstasy, like rolling was my thing. I would roll so much, Molly, all that. Tons and tons. Yeah, I sold just so I could deal, or I mean, I sold just so I could use. Like I was talking to someone about that earlier, because he was like, yeah, we would steal stuff and do what we need to do to get our fix. And I was like, I just sold. I didn't make a ton of money because I was just eating a ton, where I was giving it out and partying and having a good time. But I never hit that, like, I got to go in my mom's purse or anything like that.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really happy I never did, was going into like my parents' room and like taking their money. Like occasionally I'd go in and take like some loose change off my dad's dresser.
Yeah.
Occasionally. But
nothing like I'm gonna pawn this TV.
I'm not gonna dramatically take like a bunch of their shit just so that way, because like I feel like they knew what I was doing, but I also like I'm getting cheeky. Just
yeah,
I feel like
it's crazy talking about old stuff, right?
It's
but it's good to get it out.
It's coming like back to me, and like the guilt is like coming back, and it's.
No, I don't feel guilty. You're good now.
It's like I know I'm good, and like I'm married. I have a kid now, so
yeah.
I'm like I'm good, but. The way like it happened was like I feel like they knew what I was doing, but at the same time like other family issues were going on, so it was kind of just like two different directions with both kids.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like parents they know that they're, but they don't want to believe it is kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I was dumb, and I was super honest about everything. So I'd be like, yeah, you'd actually, I'll do this, I'll do that. Because I was like, you guys aren't going to find out. So I just told them. And then I'd be like, what are you guys going to do about it? I'm not going to stop. So, like, Yeah, they one time when I got my DUI, I stashed a bunch of Molly caps. I like put my head on the steering wheel, and the whole time I was just shoving Molly caps up under the dash panel. And my mom, she goes to get her car because it was her car. And I guess when the cops, after they searched it, when they slammed the door, when it hooked up to the tow truck, the whole bag fell.
Oh, shit.
I got so lucky. And she's all, I open my door, and this falls out because I was home at this point. And she just hits me in the chest with it, and I was all, oh, nice, yeah. I was so excited. I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, I was like, this is cool.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, so I was always super honest about it because what are you going to do? Like, you're not going to change. But I also think that if you're not honest, good, like they kind of want to not believe it. They're like, something's up, but I don't want to believe my son is on drugs, or I don't want to believe my daughter's like snorting lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easier to avoid it and just pretend it's not happening than to have those conversations and have to like deal with it.
Yeah, and that's like one thing like I'm really happy about my wife is because she actually like, I'm not like, it's not on my parents to like guilt trip me into like stopping, but like when I realized like where the line was and like when I was doing too much was when my wife actually, we sat down and she was like, yo, you're doing the same shit my mom was doing. My dad does this shit to me. My mom does this shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with someone who's going to continue and treat me like this because the first day I met you, I thought you were different. Because the first day she met me, I was clean.
Yeah. She
And
just met you on an off day or
Yeah.
what? Or were you actually like clean, or you just weren't doing it that day?
I just wasn't doing it. I think I went like a month without doing it, and then like I started school up again, and then it was just I fell back into it for a little bit. Just kind of off and on.
It almost seems like your hatred for school made you. You're like, dude, I got to get through this somehow.
Pretty much.
That's what you're all. When I'm out of school, I'm fine, but every time I go back,
even like outside of school, I was getting fucked up just because. And like we'd go hang out at my buddy's house, and like we'd smoke and just do stupid shit.
yeah,
And I remember my buddy's, her mom she was in the process of like becoming a landlord for this complex. Mm-hmm. My buddy found one of the keys to an empty unit, and we were all sneaking in there.
that was the party house.
Yeah. Basically, we were all sneaking in there. And like it wasn't like an apartment, it was just kind of like a line of houses, so like the front
Duplex
door.
type thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And just we were sneaking in when her mom would go to work. And we were all just getting fucked up just because we
Yeah.
could.
yeah.
We had a place, we could.
Bored kids with a place is usually trouble. We had a place too. my buddy used to go to France, and he had this like it was almost like a garage in his backyard with this cool ass loft with couches and stuff we'd hang out with. And every time he would go to France, that was our place. Like I'm staying over at this guy's house. He's staying over at my house. Like everybody was staying at each other's houses, but really we were just all in the loft, just getting fucked up,
Just chilling.
partying, drinking, smoking, having sex, all kinds of stuff. Like it was wild.
That's like with me, that's not where like the whole like sexual aspect of it wasn't really where like my mindset was. It was just more I'm tired. Like I think my shit was mainly through like depression and like really bad anxiety. Mm-hmm. So like when you worked with me before, like I had like really bad panic attacks like every day. Mm-hmm. And like just bursting through. So like and now I've learned like, okay, this is how I can cope with this. And like, you knew I had a really bad coffee addiction. Mm-hmm. I was always fucking coming over with coffee just cause, and I've wasted so much time, like just cause I was like, I want coffee.
Yeah,
That was,
I remember.
yeah.
I remember, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Now that you said that, I was like, oh yeah. We used to have it, and I was like, bro, you guys are like an hour late.
You wanted to
needed
punch me in the throat. All for a longboard. You wanted to punch me in the throat. I saw it in your face.
Oh, I want to punch a lot of people in the throat. Not now. Oh, kinda. I still want to punch people. But I'm trying not to. Remember when I almost fought, what's his name? But he wouldn't stand up.
Yeah.
I was like, I swear to God, dude, all you got to do is stand up, bro.
No. I don't want to.
You're gonna pick on somebody that this and that. I was like, bro, you're 3 times my size.
You opened your mouth first.
Yeah. I'm working on it though. Can't fight people at this age. I want to so bad. I don't know why. I don't want to so bad. I need to join a gym.
I thought you were already in a gym.
Well, I mean, I work out, but I need to join I need to go get my ass kicked by people that can kick my ass. But I still don't think it would knock that out of me. It would just make me work 10 times harder. And because I'm gonna be like, oh, you beat me, now it's all.
Yeah, you're competitive.
Yeah.
So
if you beat
get
my ass, dude, you beat my ass this time. That's all it is. You beat me this time. I'll end up being some like, I dedicated my life to fighting. Why? Because this guy kicked my ass.
Now I'm just waiting to fight his ass.
Now all I do is So it might not be a good thing, because then I'm gonna become a fighter, and I'm too old to be a fighter. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I get the coffee addiction. A lot of ex-addicts, coffee is their go-to. Remember how much, like, when I had the espresso, and I would just sit there with my big cups of espresso and just
your
drink
freaking water jug.
just
it
drink
was like
gallons of espresso.
Yeah, it was straight espresso. No creamer, no coffee. There was a bug, and it kind of weirded me out for a second.
Just black espresso with ice. I remember when I knocked it over during a podcast and the whole room just smelt like fucking rank ass coffee.
The frustration in your face after spilling that was.
Yeah, coffee, because it hypes us up a little bit, but it's not really. I mean, because it is still a drug.
And it's
just something that we can keep doing, and it's like, I don't feel bad for this. I can until your heart starts palpitating, and you're like, oh.
That's where like because I ended up having a panic attack that lasted like 3 days. It was like super off and on, and I ended up going to the hospital because it got to the point like I thought I was having a heart attack, and just my brain was just going crazy because my chest hurt. I couldn't breathe. And it just kept going on, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
Does it make you kind of feel like lightheaded, almost like you're gonna pass out?
Depending on like the severity of it with me, like sometimes I do feel like I'm gonna pass out, and like you know in movies how everything kind of like just like slows down. You're like, whoa. That's kind of what it is. The best way I can describe it is, have you seen Inside Out 2?
I was just watching it the other day.
And like they brought in anxiety, and like she's just sitting there like just jittering the whole like system, and like Riley's all freaking out. That is like the best like visual you can get for a panic attack, and like everything just feels super just.
I think I might have panic attacks sometimes, but I get to where, like you said, where you're like, something's not right, and I'm oh my god, maybe my heart. Oh yeah, I did drink multiple cups of coffee.
You check your pulse.
Yeah, and you're like, it does seem a little fast, but really it's not that bad.
Just like heavy breathing.
Dude, I check my pulse so much.
I remember when we did the event out in Dacono, just like the heat and just the adrenaline and just being super hot, and like us managing everything with like what little help we had, and just like all the people that showed up, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Like all of us were frustrated, and then like just the ride back, we were all just frustrated with each other just because like the adrenaline and like the anxiety, it just.
Yeah, and you guys killed it. So we threw Mardi Gras in May. One of my friends brought us on. We ended up doing like crawfish boil, alligator, all kinds of stuff. There was like thousands of people. And for the most part, there was 4 of us doing any work. That's when I realized you and your wife were badasses, because you guys were killing it. She got burnt so bad.
Dude, that
in fishnets.
Gnarly.
She had fishnets on her legs, so she just had little diamond burns that blistered up, and she just powered through it. And yeah, you were running around helping with the bounce castle, taking care of all the kids, making them not fight. And
dude, they were just plowing past her.
Yeah.
Like she's gotten better at it now, but like she didn't have like any dominance like at all. And like I straight up, when I told her, I was like, here, let me, because the kitchen was done, I was like, let me take care of this. And she was like, okay. I was like, go drink some water, go do what you got to do. And she said, okay. And once I saw like all the kids trying to bum rush, I was like, okay, we're not doing this. And just kind of like, I went through and I like unplugged the air thingy.
Yeah, you deflated it.
Yeah. And I was like, we're going to form 2 lines. And both the kids, I was like, if you want this thing back up, you need to form 2 lines. And we are going to do this.
Didn't you like pick out a couple kid or a kid or two, and you were like, you guys are helping me?
Yeah.
And then they
And they did. They helped me. They were like, okay. They started their 2 lines, and they wouldn't let anybody pass them or anything. They were like, single file. And I was like, all right, these 2 know what's up. And they once I saw 2 straight lines, like solid lines, I set it back up, and I was sending in 2, maybe 4 at a time, just because by the time they were halfway through, I would let 2 other kids go. And just
yeah, you guys, you took control of the whole thing. Both of you got, that was literally the day where I was like, all right, these guys are badass. I think it was the next day we got rid of the guy that brought you in. We probably could say his stage name. I don't think he could sue us.
He still uses it.
Yeah, but do you think he could sue us
He
for
might.
saying?
He still uses it.
He is kind of a bitch, huh? He's a big old bitch, bro.
He might. He still uses it. So I'm just trying to stay clear of like not using names,
Yeah, so
preferably.
he's one of the reasons why I started my hair stuff. Because I kept...
He was balding.
No, because I kept doing partnerships with the wrong fucking people. And I would always work my ass off to do shit. And then at the end of the day, I would always be the one that got fucked over.
Yeah.
Like me and him partnered up. He was going to be the sales guy. He's going to get me in front of people. We're going to do all this stuff. I built all the site, did all the stuff. We were ready to go. And instead of him doing any work, he brought you on as an intern and expected you to do all the work, make the calls and like do all the stuff. And then switched jobs. And then when we needed him, oh, I got to go do this. Oh, I got to go do this. Oh, I got to go do this.
I'm waiting for hours out frickin' front of his house.
Yeah, yeah. And
Them getting a car was a bad idea because then they can leave whenever. Yeah, when we're not working, we're not gonna sit around like
while you're just sitting there doing fuck all, you know?
trying to eat a bowl of cereal.
Yeah. He was one of them. Then I moved to that next partnership for the modeling stuff. Ended up same result. Then I moved on to the next one. Ended up same result, except he stole everything from us. Stole all of Skylar's stuff, all of his everything. Stole his vending machine that we got him. That I remember the sticker machine I bought him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stole his sticker machine. Emptied out our storage shed. Literally took everything. And that's when I was like, you know what? I've been using this product on my hair for years now. Like, yeah, I was gonna say throw it. It's just been sitting there bugging me now. I keep looking at it.
I'm glad you noticed it because I was
I've just been
I wanted to
staring
do
at
it like
bro.
smoothly, but I was like, okay.
I've been meaning to do it, but I was like, I'm not gonna reach over him and do it.
kind of just.
But yeah, dealing with all those terrible partnerships, I was like, all right, clearly I know what to do and I know how to put in all the work. So why am I just not doing it for myself? Mm-hmm. Like, why am I gonna just keep trying to find a partnership and help other people when I can just find something that's actually worth a shit, use that, and then turn it into something? So make sure you go to thundergodcosmetics.com and get your order of Thorlocks. The best hair revival elixir there is. Yeah, I just jumped into an ad.
No,
Nice,
I saw
right?
that. I saw
nice,
that. That was
right?
smooth.
So I started swimming, battling Poseidon, dealing with all the shit, and my hair was just getting damaged. And I decided I needed help, so I asked the gods for help. And that's where Thorlocks Hair Revival Elixir comes in. It'll help you with swimmer's hair, it'll help fix damaged hair, help with regrowth, make you shine. You'll be shining brighter than the gods themselves. So thundergodcosmetics.com, Thorlocks, get yours today. But yeah, so I don't have
That was smooth. That was really smooth. Good job.
Yeah, that's why I started talking into it, and I was like, I'm gonna segue into it. So my hard drive just died, so I lost my ad.
I kind of saw the, like, once you started talking about your hair, I was like, oh, I see what he's doing.
Yeah.
I know what he's doing.
Yeah, it was pretty good, right?
You just slid right into that. Like, that was some DM shit.
Plus,
You're
I got
okay.
to throw a couple of shitty fucking people under the bus while I was doing it. It was nice.
You're welcome. We're getting this shit.
The last partnership I haven't talked about much because he's the same. anything. I can't mention the name or anything because I'll get hit with a lawsuit for sure. But yeah, so when we started, when you guys first came, I was like, I don't know what to even think of these guys. And then that day happened, and I was like, these fucking guys are badass. They're fucking cool. I was like, they put in so much work. And then when we got rid of that dude, I swear he thought you guys were gonna follow along, and you're all, nah, we're staying. He's all, but I brought you. Yeah, but
Yeah, you kind of did, but like,
and this is where we're supposed to be. Thank you.
and like for the time we were together, like it was fucking awesome. Like it was great. Like I was playing games, making videos and shit. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was really fun.
We launched Mc9, fucking became a thing.
I think I released 3 songs when we worked together.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
And then we worked on. We did that cool ass video where you got to destroy all the stuff around my house.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah.
And then the cops showed up on a bridge. That was.
Yeah, we were filming. So we filmed a music video for Broke, and we went to like the Ark, and we had someone donate a broken TV. It just didn't work, but it wasn't broken. We got like a glass coffee table, computer, all kinds of stuff. And for the video, he just got to hit everything with a bat in my house. We cleared out all the upstairs, put the glass table. He got to smash it. He got to smash the TV. What was the name of the song?
It was G45.
Yeah, so go Broke Miles G45 if you want to see it. It was pretty cool. Like there was a ton of broken stuff. It was madness. It was fun. It
was really fun.
Yeah, it was cool. And then one time we were trying to film a video. The guy we let go, we were like, all right, we need a bridge to where we can film on, make it seem like he's gonna jump, something like that. And he's all, dude, I know the perfect bridge. He takes us to a highway. So we're thinking, just like a bridge, like a overpass you can walk across. He takes us to one of the most busy highways on Colorado that is also a bridge, and is like, this is it. So he's got cars flying past. It's 4 or 5 in the morning. Cops come. They think he's really gonna jump. He's talking to cops. I'm down like below filming, screaming,
He doesn't have insurance.
he's gotta jump. Take him to jail. Get him.
They're gonna get my car. I don't have valid plates or insurance.
I was being helpful. I think he's gonna do it. Do a flip. But yeah. So that's how we met. But before then, that's when he met his wife. That's when he was on all the stuff. That's when the real troubled past happened. It was. I feel like it was good after that.
From there, yeah.
Yeah, we launched Mc9. We did all that. But back to when you first met your wife and she made you stop. You had said that you were like, it's not up to my parents to do this. But I honestly, do you think if your parents came to you and told you to stop, you would have? Or it had, no, right?
No.
Like it had to be her.
Because at that point.
You know, fuck you, Dad.
Like, yeah, as every teenager out there, like the ones scrolling through their phones, like right now, every teenager has been told, no, don't do that.
And they're all, I'm gonna do it tonight.
Yeah, where are they at right now? Like, where's your kid at right now? They're probably out doing what you just told
my
them
mom
not
just
to
gave
do.
me a great idea on what we should do tonight.
I said I wanted to do it, and she told me no, so we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But every adult in this room right now can tell you, I've told my kid no, and they went and did it anyway.
Oh yeah. Twice as hard, probably.
Yeah, just because you told them no.
You think you're gonna tell me what to do? I'll show you. I'll ruin my life myself.
Just make sure you have insurance.
I don't need a liver, Mom. No, son, you really do need that. No, not me. I don't need one. Everybody else needs a liver, but not me. Yeah.
Visible. I mean,
I'm invisible.
I'm invisible.
She's all, fuck, son. God, and he's not smart.
He learned.
You know what? We're bringing it back.
62 minutes was.
Threw us off. I was like,
Are we in trouble?
we're too loud.
I'm just checking.
Nice. But yeah, I don't think parents aren't going to be the ones to make you change, or it's always going to be the opposite. Like,
Yeah.
I need you to stop doing this. I'm going to do 2 more. It had to be her, which is crazy. Like, I think it's crazy that you met a high school, like you are the high school sweetheart thing that you hear about in like movies and stuff. That's so rare.
It's also really weird to me too. Like, yeah, I'm the one in the relationship, but like it's weird as hell to me because like I see people stay together and then just 1 minute they're toodaloo, like
Yeah.
bye, see you later, nice knowing you. Like I've seen that a lot, like growing up, just like my family, like
That's how all my
sisters'
relationships are.
like other friends, just
Yeah.
oh, I love this one. This one's gonna be my life forever. And then like, even being like in those as a kid in those relationships, where like, oh yeah, you're the one. I'm gonna be with you forever. Come to school and you're sucking face with someone else. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I thought forever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My mom has heard, but I really love this one at least 100 times. No, this one's different, Mom. I really loved her. And she goes, yeah, you say that for all of them. No, but you don't understand.
I give you an hour.
Next one. No, Mom, she was the one. You don't understand. I loved her. Uh-huh.
And like just the realness of it. Like she was there. Like after I told her I was sleeping, like when I was like sleeping under bridges and stuff, she was like, I could see like the disappointment, but also like the wanting to help me, because she believes everybody can change. Like everybody's like, oh, people can change. She's one of those people who believe like people can change.
Oh, yeah, for
Like,
sure. I'm living, we're both living proof of that.
Like even like a lot of family members too. Like before I lost my uncle, he did come over and like he was trying to clean up, but we all knew he didn't have anything worth fighting for.
Yeah.
That when you can see like someone who literally doesn't have anything worth fighting for, but like they want to try and hang in there, but like just watching him just like fall apart that's where like, and I'm clean at the time, so when we lost him, I was clean.
So talk more about that before, like, tell me, because I remember this, but they don't. So what exactly, didn't he came and lived with you, right? He was going through something?
Basically, my grandma is crazy. So basically, he was staying at her place, and she wouldn't let him in, and she kept threatening that if he was still like gonna knock on her door, she was gonna call the police. So around 2:30, 3 in the morning, my mom got a call, and I went with her to go pick him up from a park, and he was drunk, which wasn't anything new. We picked him up, and he came over. He was with us for about a week or so, roughly, and then just like he was sneaking shots, and he asked me, because I told him, I was like, yo, like I've had addiction problems, like, and he was like, and I told him, I was like, my mom really doesn't want you in our house if you're gonna be shit-faced, just because of past experiences. We don't want you in our house if you're gonna be shit-faced. And he was like, okay, I'll try and get clean, I'll try and do what I gotta do. And I told him, I was like, we're not expecting you to quit cold turkey.
Right.
That's where shit gets south real fast.
Yeah, it's where people can die from an alcohol cold turkey.
Yeah, that's it. That's basically what it summed it up. And I told him, I was like, I'll monitor what you're drinking, but we're not expecting you to quit. Like,
Yeah.
that's. And within a week or so, he ended up coughing up, like he was coughing up blood and shit, and he was hospitalized. Or we came home, and because we went to my wife's graduation, we came home, and he was found out on the couch. And when I felt he didn't have a pulse, we called the police and everything, and they came, they took him. He basically was pronounced dead twice.
So when you found him, was it just like a super low pulse to where you couldn't feel it, or he was?
When I felt it, it was like super low, like I couldn't feel it at all.
Okay.
But like when they got him to the hospital, they got him on like before they actually had him like on the system, he was technically already pronounced like dead. But then when they got through and they went through and they put the system on him, they felt like his pulse going, and then just maybe several hours later they were like, we gotta.
So was that from quitting, or was it because my cousin he died from alcohol? The doctor told him that if you keep drinking, you're gonna die. Like and he just kept drinking, and then one night he calls his mom and he's like, I can't stop throwing up. There's something really wrong. So they take him to the hospital. I think he ended up, what's the thing that bursts?
An appendix?
Yeah, I think during this point his appendix burst, so he got he got like sepsis to where it was all going through his system, and he was done. And so he spent his last day 12, 16 hours of just suffering, just throwing up, crying,
Shaky.
Yeah, but it wasn't from quitting. It was because he didn't quit. Was his from? He's like, all right, I got this, and just went cold turkey, or what do you think it was?
I think it's kind of a mix of both, because we were going through his stuff, and like after we lost him, we were going through his stuff, and we found a lot more bottles than like what I was taking him to get. Mm-hmm. And like we also think like he just kind of quit when we found him the second time. Basically he just drank himself to death pretty much. That's one of our assumptions, but we also kind of think he did just kind of quit, because when they ran like the blood test and everything, they said that he didn't have alcohol in his system for at least 24 hours. I don't know. Everything is kind of a blur.
Oh, I'm sure.
From there, it was just...
Yeah, so I wonder if it was because he had drank so much and then that cold It's crazy. That's one of the reasons I quit drinking again.
Oh yeah, congratulations on 1 year.
No, not 1 year.
I thought that's what you said.
No, that's what the belt's for. So the belt's for 1 year. Technically, when this comes out, I'm at 4 weeks. Or wait, is this 4 weeks? I think I'm at 4 weeks when this comes out.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But when I created that belt for when I hit 1 year, because remember when I quit that time when we were all hanging out, because I didn't drink back then.
Yeah.
Even the 420 party I was doing non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
I kept telling myself I was going to buy a championship belt to reward myself, because I've always wanted one since I was a kid, and I never had like the extra cash to get one then. So this time I'm going to completely customize one because I have the money to buy it. And when I hit the year, I'm going to get the belt. I'm going to put my daughter and my son's birthstones on the top. And then on the bottom, I'm going to have open spots to where every year I can put a new birthstone. So like, because UFC, if you win the belt and then when you defend your championship, they put like a ruby. So I got it from that. So every year is my ruby.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm not a year yet. I mean, that's not going to be hard because I was just at a bar today after that meeting that we went out to eat and they're all ordering drinks. Part of me was like, fuck, do I get a drink to like celebrate? And I was all, no, because you're going to get one drink and one drink's not going to be one drink for you. Like, these guys can do a beer and be good. You're going to get a beer and be like, we drinking?
We're partying, let's go.
I was also, just don't fuck it up. So yeah, this will come out, I'm at 4 weeks, which is good. Dude, I've gotten so much done in 4 weeks. I am lifting heavier, which is crazy. I didn't realize it was holding me back from weight. But yeah. Man, not a year yet. But
You get there.
oh yeah, easy.
You get there.
That's the good thing is alcohol is not really something I need, or it was more of making me open to people. Because when I drink, I'm talkative. I'm like, hey, to random people. When I don't drink, I'm quiet as shit. I just chill to myself. Yeah.
I also know like a lot of people who like get real aggressive. when
Yeah,
they're
that's me
drunk.
once I drink a little bit. I get if I'm around the right people, it's a party time. Put me around some pussy, and it's fucking it's next level. I'll fuck that dude up right now. Oh, you got an ex? Call him right now. What's up? I don't know what it is. My testosterone just starts fucking peaking, and I'm all, who you need me to beat up, girl? Yeah, it gets bad. Ooh. I was drinking with this chick. She's one of the reasons I quit drinking, because I was like, I don't want this to be my life. And she's talking about her ex. I was like, shit, I'll beat his ass. And then we're drinking with this dude. I was cool with this guy all night. And he's like, you know what? Her ex is actually not that bad of a guy. And I was all, I still might have to fuck him up, man. And he's all, bro, if you do that, we got problems. I was all, then I'm gonna fuck you up too. I was like, what do you think this is? I was like, he's all, wait, what? We were just cool. I was all, I don't fucking know you.
You just openly told me if you fight him, we're gonna.
I was like, you told me we have a problem. So if we have a problem, I was all, I'm letting you know right now, I will fuck you both up. Unless you guys are trained or something, just know I'm gonna fuck you both up. It's not even gonna be difficult to me. I'll have a drink afterwards. And he's like, what the fuck?
He's like, we were just playing tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, we were cool all night too. Good as fuck. But, oh, all right, well then I'll beat your fucking ass too. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, maybe I don't want to be this guy. I've got way too much going right now. I don't want to be the guy at the bar, for one, just to try to impress some chick that isn't, like, if when I'm sober, I'm like, I don't even want that. I mean, if she's watching, she is beautiful, nice person, just not for me. But yeah, I was like, I don't want someone that drinks and does all this stuff. And then when I drink, I kind of become, I'm an aggressive person, but like when the alcohol's in my system, I'm also kind of a bitch to when it comes to women. Like, I need to be loved.
Do you Raj out from Big Bang Theory?
What is Raj out?
Like, do you get all quiet and just like?
No, I'm super talkative, and I just get fucking, I fall too fast, for one. Like, I fall in love very easy. Especially because 9 times out of 10 we're fucking the first time. And a lot of the times when we're having sex, I'm like, I fucking love this girl. I've said it before, like, they're getting just like, so they're like, I love you too, and I'm like, yeah, we love each other. So I become a bitch.
You've seen Hangover, right?
Yeah.
Don't stew.
Dude, it's so bad.
You're gonna wake up one day married to a freaking stripper.
Dude, that's straight up. And I was like, and then I'm texting girls that I shouldn't be texting. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I went so far. And it happened once I broke up, or, well, I guess once me and Megan stopped talking. I don't know if you ever met Megan.
I don't think so.
No, but she was, ever since, like, once we stopped talking, probably almost 2 years ago, I was just kind of on a downward spiral. I literally just got over that, and that's why I was like, all right, this isn't what I want. And I'm able to quit drinking now. And I don't think about any of them anymore, because I've got so much shit on my plate now.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was all, oh, we're going to go play bags, we're going to go drink, we're going to go do this, and the nonprofit's getting put to the side, this is getting put to the side, I'll do this later. And now I'm back to, I've read 3 books in the past 5 days. I fucking, like, you remember Motivated Me?
Yeah.
Where I'm waking up early. Yeah, I'm back to that, to where I was not. I was sleeping in. I was a normal person. And I'm not a normal person.
I miss, but don't miss those 5 a.m. days.
Bro, 5 a.m. Let's really get it. The sun, we got to beat the sun. Yeah, I'm back to that. I don't do 5 a.m. just because I stay up until midnight. So I do midnight to 5:55 is my sleeping window. That way I can stay up with Skylar because it's summer, so he wants to stay up late. So I stay up until midnight. Once school starts, I'll probably go back to like waking up at 4, 3:30, 4-ish like I was. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Yeah, bro, the early day, the motivated me almost is more of a pain in the ass than the drunk me, I'm starting to realize. Because I'm getting on people's shit. I'm like, you really just want to waste your life away? You're just going to sit here and do nothing, huh? You're on your phone all day. Fuck growing, right? Like, and I'm all, damn.
That shit got a little hard sometimes.
Yeah,
Like I remember one day I was actually editing or I was playing and I was recording and like you walked in and like, what, are you just playing your game? And I was like, no. You told me to make content and like I showed you the camera thing up in the corner and you were like, oh. And like walked away and like an hour later I was actually like pulling up I was pulling up YouTube because I was just gonna play music as I was editing and you walked in like, now you're just gonna watch videos. It's like,
Yeah, bro, wasting
your timing right now kind of sucks.
Yeah. I'm realizing, I'm all, damn, motivated me kind of sucks too. Well, not really, because I'm sure all the motivational people, like everyone around them is like, fuck, David Goggins, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I'm not gonna run 10 miles, shut up. Go run and leave me alone.
3 feet, leave me alone.
He's all walking in. What, babe, you just gonna sleep? It's 3 a.m. You wasting your day. Get hard. Yeah, so.
No.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. And I don't, like, once I have a right to be one of those guys, it's probably gonna get even worse. I made this. You gonna sit on your ass? Yeah.
It was really cool though, because like when we walked in at like 5 a.m., just half asleep, and then like not even an hour later, maybe 20 minutes in, we're doing push-ups, jumping jacks, like we were
getting it.
Yeah, we were at it, and like adrenaline was going, and like the downfall, like after we were doing like push-ups and all that stuff, was just like it was hard to like get back into it, just because like we were just out working out, and now we're sitting in front of TV screens and like gaming monitors and just trying to get shit going. Which was like, it was hard to go from like that mindset to this.
Yeah, it gets sleepy in front of monitors and stuff.
Yeah, it was hard. I'm just kind of like,
yeah, I got this. Especially if it's not something you're really passionate about.
yeah.
It's like, I don't want to do this. I've gotten real good at I used to not be able to say no, especially to friends. Like, you want to go do this? I'd be like, yeah. Fuck, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go here.
I have that habit.
Yeah, now I'm like, I feel like an asshole. Like my boy Pyro, he'll be like, dude, you want to go fishing? Because he loves fishing. I'm all, I don't want to do that at all. I just
I've never pegged Pyro as a fisher.
Dude, he loves fishing.
I've seen like pictures of him like holding a fish.
Yeah.
I've never like pictured him as a fisher. Just because, like, I know who Pyro is.
Yeah, right?
Or, like, was. Like, because I haven't seen him in years. Like, basically because I know, like, what kind of dude he was.
Yeah,
I've never pictured him as, let's go fishing.
I never really did either, and then he became a fisher, and I was like, all right. But yeah, like, you want to go fishing?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Not at all.
I was telling that girl when we were talking, I was like, I'm not going fucking camping. I'm not fucking doing this. I'm not like, if you take me somewhere where I'm not working and I'm wasting time, I am going to hate my life. Like
My wife was trying to get me to go camping, dude.
God, it's fun. I enjoy it. But then my brain is like, you know, we should be working. Yeah, we should be doing this. You know, everyone else is working. You're just getting left behind. Like, fuck. No. I had a girl take me camping. And this was like a couple years back, and she's like, "This is fun, right?" I was like, "I hate this more than anything. You have no idea." I was like, "This sucks." What? Yeah, fuck this. I don't want it.
I want to go home.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not doing it.
Just trying to freaking make the best of it, trying to distract yourself. But you're like,
just because I want to get laid, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Bro. I'm better than I was, but I used to be such a sex addict. Dude, so that's why I avoid women like the plague. Because once we start fucking, that's all I think about. That's all I want to do. I could spend all day. We don't need to work. Let's just sit here and my recharge is solid. Let's go. Let's eat some food. Let's go. And because after the first one or two, we don't have to stop at that point. We're good. We don't need a recharge. No, we're good. Yeah. So now I got to avoid them.
He's all BINGO.
I was hooking up with that chick.
Fucking Quagmire over here.
Bro, for real. I was hooking up with that chick, and she's like, you just don't stop, do you? I was like, no. I was like, if you need to stop. She's like, I can't do this anymore. She's like, there's nothing left in me. I was like, oh, all right, we're good. She's like, fuck, that's why all the people, or all those girls in high school used to cry about you, huh? I was like, yes, I don't know.
I just work here.
I was like, my bad. Wanna go again?
I got Fortnite.
I gotta avoid it. Women are my kryptonite. I become a little bitch, and drinking had me hitting up women, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm gonna just end up at the bar, just sleeping with the bar. For real. I was like, I'm going back to being a hoe. I was in the bar. I was all, I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get that one. That one. I was plotting my course. Yeah, I was plotting my course. I was like, yep. Next time I see her, she's on the list. And yeah. And I was with that chick.
Fucking hit list over here.
Yeah, I was with the chick at the time, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to be in a relationship. What am I doing? I want to fuck all these girls. I was like, I don't know. Don't trap myself. This is bad.
Step back.
Yeah.
Step back.
So, you can't fall in love when you're a whore. It doesn't work that way.
That's not how Dine and Dash works,
Yeah.
man.
I was like, do this to myself every time I get in relationships, and then I start seeing all the other ones, and I'm all, oh man.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, I'm like a dog that's fucking trapped in the house. Like, come, I want to go outside. Look at all the cool stuff out there.
You see the ice cream truck? There it goes.
Yeah.
That's not El Bueno.
No, not at all. So I had to quit drinking for sure.
Huh?
Isn't it crazy how we start on one topic and then it ends in like craziness? That's how most podcasts go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I've been doing this
I get
every
asked
week.
like about the topics. I'm like, I don't know, just here and there. Like when I asked you if we wanted to work together, like because I work at a delivery service. I'm not gonna say the name because
We're not promoting this.
Yeah, they're gonna hunt my ass down. And just like seeing all these people in like big ass houses, I'm like, how the hell do y'all get this? And I'm just like, OnlyFans.
It's got to be OnlyFans.
I'm just like, it's a lot of just like, okay, I have this, but like I want that. Like I don't need that, but I want that. Like they have like you look and like they have fountains, waterfalls, and stuff, and I'm just like, why?
You're at the phase I was at when we first started hanging out. Oh damn, that went quick. I wonder if that's gonna stop beeping or if it's gonna just keep going. All right, I'm gonna stop that. We're just gonna keep going.
Pause.
And I'll forget to take this out. I do it all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta.
He doesn't have a memory card.
Every time I come here, they're like, you got a memory card? I'm all, ah, shit.
I can get one if you need one.
I've got multiple. I just never remember them.
Yeah, you don't have a memory card.
Yeah, I don't have any memory or a card for it.
You're running out of storage, man.
But yeah, you're where I was when we first met. It's where I'm like, you see these big. I remember walking into this dude's house because I worked for him. He owns dispensaries, one of the biggest lawyers in Colorado. He's got a big facility. He's also a doctor. You can probably narrow that one down. So
it's crazy. Like, how do you have all of this and like even like new places that are being built? Like,
dude, I used to drive around Denver
How?
and just look at buildings and go, someone owns this. Like, I don't care about what's in this building. Somebody owns this fucking skyscraper. There's someone that owns this. And
it all narrows down to one person too, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I walked in this dude's house and I was walking around and I was all, I'm gonna have this. I like that toilet. I'm gonna have this toilet. I'm gonna have a house just like this. And then we had the house that I met you in, and I realized Skylar and I used 2 fucking bedrooms. We used the living room and this whole house is just sitting here once you guys were gone and we stopped working in the basement. Mm-hmm. And I was like, why, this is ego. It's like, yeah, it's awesome. I want this giant mansion. And then you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do with the giant mansion? 16 bedrooms, 4 bath. Like, I don't like people enough for this.
Yeah, who's coming over? Like,
Yeah.
truthfully, like, honestly, like, leaving, it was kind of a regret. Like I was like, damn, not working. We're like, just kind of, like, I honestly thought we were going to go, like, complete separate ways. But,
Yeah.
like, we still, like, kept in contact, but not, like, aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I feel like if we kept in contact, like, aggressively, we wouldn't have, like, I personally feel growth in myself, so, like, a lot, like, has happened within the time we have not seen each other. So there's a lot now we can talk about versus, like, us seeing each other every day. Oh, yeah, you already told me this story.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you already told me this. Like, it's...
Oh, you went to work today? Awesome.
I was doing this, same shit, different day.
Yeah, right?
Which is, like, now you're in a whole new studio. Like, you got your own stuff going on, which is cool. Like, you got your own podcast. And, like I was saying, I'm delivering for a delivery service. And then I have another, like, part-time gig lined up. And then just reaching out to you to get, like, something else going is just...
Yeah.
I honestly feel like it's personal growth on me because I reached out to you and was like, hey, I'm tired of breaking my back for the man. Like, do you want to work together again? And, like, we never had bad ties toward each other. Like,
No.
and then, like,
even when we left, it was amicable.
yeah, and mutual, like, agreement too. Like, it was just, but at the same time, I was like, damn, I ain't never gonna talk to this guy again. And he's cool as fuck.
Nah, I don't work that way for one. I tell people all the time I have dog brain. So I'm instantly loyal. I have no sense of time. So, like, I can know you for a day and I'm like, dude, I've known that guy for years. What do you mean? It's like, dude, we've been friends for a week. Oh, really?
You're like, we served in Vietnam together.
Yeah, you know, for real. I was in the trenches with this guy.
Like, oh, that must have been Joey. I met him 5 seconds ago.
Love that dude. Yeah, and like, with not having that sense of time, it's years could go past, and it's still the same. There's no, oh, you haven't hit. Oh, what's up, man? It's a dog. Yeah. You walk in the door after 3 years, that dog's just gonna be tail wagging like, oh my god, it's my buddy. Yeah, like, I got dog brain. Some people have cat brain, and they're like, get away from me, fuck, like, you know, back. Yeah. Like, watch now that you've heard that, you're gonna be like, oh shit, people do have dog and cat brain. You can tell who's a cat and who's a dog. My daughter's mom is a total cat, very like drawn away, like. You be around me when I want you around me, and whereas dog brain's like, oh, what's up, yeah, what's tail wagging, you know, like, oh yeah, we're partying, yeah.
Haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah. What's going on? Like, literally, it's been 5 seconds.
Right? There's probably, I wonder if there's different because I've only attributed it to cat and dog, but there's probably different types of brain too. But yeah, to me, there's cat and dog brain. I wonder if there is like lizard brain or. I've never had enough animals to figure that out, I guess. But yeah, I
feel like lizard brain would be like really slow, like mentally.
Oh, maybe that's what snakes are, like the snaky people.
I don't know. Some snakes move. We do know some snaky people. I wonder
if they're snake brain. You know?
We're just gonna start calling them that.
Snake brain. It's like, that's not their fault, bro. They're snake brain. You can't blame a snake for being a snake. My buddy said that one time. He's all like, you can't blame a snake for being a snake. You just love that snake for the snake that it is. Like, because someone's all, I don't know how you hang out with this person, and he did this, and this, and he's all, yeah, but that's him.
That's my snake.
Yeah,
I know how he is.
Yeah, that's who he is. You don't not like him for who he is. That's just who he is. A snake is a snake. You can't be mad at it for being a snake.
Unless you come across the nope ropes.
Yeah, right.
The nope ropes are like, those are the people that are like you said, the ones that take everything.
Yeah. That's
a nope rope. Them motherfuckers are toxic. Stay over there. Like
the ones that act like they're all in it for kids and for helping people, but behind closed doors say the most racist shit. And
we'll look at you and be like, you're a nope rope.
Yeah, right.
I'll look you dead in the lens, your pupil, and be like, you're a nope rope.
Yep. Nope rope. Don't you bite me.
With your non-Thorlocks using ass.
That's right. ThunderGodCosmetics.com. If you want the hair of the gods, make sure, is that off? Did it die? Oh, I'm at this camera then. Wait, which camera am I at?
It's back up.
Either one of you.
Pick one.
ThunderGodCosmetics.com. Get your Thor locks. We're sold out right now, so I guess you can't get it. So that was a waste of a plug. But now you know about it, so when we're back,
You
can
missed
have
it the first time.
That one's dead? Nice, that's good. I wonder if it either died or TikTok took over and was all, cut this shit off.
I've been talking to that one the whole time.
I've been talking to you.
Like,
I've looked at this one a couple times. But yeah.
I don't know, dude. Look. I
All
just feel like just awkwardly staring at you is just kind of.
Yeah, that's why I do like the back and forth.
Because
But
I've seen some of your podcasts and the tables like, but I feel like that's more like for like interactive.
Yeah, and I don't know if I like that. I don't like the look of the table, plus the side view of me. I'm all fucking hunched over, and I'm all, Jesus Christ, what am I? Like,
You're like, you're just rocked. You're just.
dude, I hate it. I'm like, you fat fucking fucktard. God, I'm so fat. I hate it so much.
Yeah, don't turn me sideways. My ass will disappear. I'm really happy you chose to put the table this way and not long ways, because you'd be looking like you're talking to yourself.
You're all, who the fuck is he talking?
I see the
Why is there a
lines, but-
hat just hanging the? Why is he talking to the hat rack?
And the freaking hat's all built.
Is that a backwards duck?
They're like, damn, he really does have a trouble pass. He's all talking to a hat rack. Like,
God, he's drinking again. Oh no. Except he's recording it this
it's like,
time.
this lamp is soft.
I'm like, yo, you find it out. Remember that time? Holy shit, he thinks they're responding.
Dude, even then, people would still lie. Someone would still sit and watch you just conversate with yourself just because you're there.
I hope so. I hope y'all are watching. That's what I need. I need views. Building a podcast is one of those things where you gotta just be like, all right, I had to come to terms with the first however many episodes, I don't expect anyone to watch. It's just the way it is. You just gotta be like, but you gotta keep pushing.
That's
I got a message from the podcast host website that hosts most podcasts, and it was like, you've done more podcasts than 90% of people. And it's like episode 6 or 7. I was like, holy shit, people quit real quick. Because they're like, I only got 3 views. Yeah, you just started. No one's going to watch your fucking
it's
podcast.
promotion. You gotta. I think
It's-
Joe Rogan fucking did that shit in a day, but he's Joe
Consistency.
Rogan. Of course he.
I mean, he
of
could
course
have
with
because
that
he was
first
already
one.
famous, though. He was on UFC. He was on News Radio. That's how I met Joe Rogan. Was News Radio. He was one of my heroes. Because he was like this badass dude that would fight his brothers all the time, and they'd get in crazy fights and like throw each other through windows and shit. It was badass. I was like, dude, this guy's fucking cool. And then he turned into Joe Rogan.
Remember when we met Afro Man?
Yeah.
And freaking that dude handed him that fucking like toothpick like side joint, and he kind of just like looked at him like
He's like, no.
wait for the dude next to him. That shit was funny. He like, I didn't know Afro Man would have had standards in his shit, but he looked at this dude and was like,
So I'm not dead. Plus, didn't that dude look like a fucking crackhead too? And he's all, I'm not hitting that dude's joint.
he kind of.
He was all like, his face was all fucked and like sorry. And he's all like, no.
He like reached for the dudes next to him. Like he kind of like
He's all-
tried.
yeah.
He even like followed. He was like, here.
He's like, I'm not hitting your joint, dog. I wouldn't have either.
I think it was also during Cause I Got High too.
Yeah. And everyone was trying to give him joints.
That man, he's freaking. He's such a chill dude. And then Pyro gave him like a big painting. Or was it painting or spray paint?
Spray paint. Because he would always go to the shows and then tag up stuff for the artists.
Like that shit was cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was dope. And I had that graphic in the magazine that I made for their concert. That was pretty dope.
that
I
shit
remember-
was awesome.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had
we
some
met-
crazy times.
We met a lot of cool people.
Oh yeah.
And then
Especially when I was
no
doing
ropes.
the dab squad, or yeah, the dab pod. Dude, we had a bunch of cool people on there.
The dab pod.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the freaking. I remember when you released the headphones. We had so many of those, like just chilling there. But
Then they didn't work.
yeah,
The new phones came out and they didn't connect to them.
That shit was bogus.
Yeah, I was literally ready to launch, and then I had sent one with Roy, because Roy was debating on being a financer, and he's like, "Cool, let me test it." He's like, "This shit won't hook to any of our phones." And then I tried other new phones, and nothing. I was like, "Motherfucker," but it's probably just not meant for it, because it was just gonna be some fucking. I don't know how big that could have got.
They were pretty decent headphones, but I'm pretty sure like they really wouldn't have gotten very far.
No, okay, and the headphone market is so fucking hard. Like, there's so many.
Like honestly, I'm surprised I still see people walking around with Skull Candy headphones.
I mean, I'll buy Skull. I just bought some JBLs, and I wish I would have bought Skull Candy. They connect like shit, so I that's what I would always buy, because I don't care about expensive ones. Mm-hmm. But every time I'd be working out, they would just start like disconnecting from my phone and like fucking...
The JBLs?
No, the Skull Candies. And I was like, all right, I'm not doing that. I'm going to get JBLs. Stay connected. Most painful fucking earbuds I've ever had. My ears right now hurt so fucking bad. Not just sitting here, but if I like touch my ear, it's painful as shit. The left ear won't stay in. I'll be working out, and then all of a sudden just goes bouncing all over, and I just have to sit there and watch it because I'm not going to stop my set. And I'm like, all right, hopefully no one steps on that.
Just keep going.
And then I have to like jam it in my ear.
As far as like speakers go, JBL has some really solid speakers.
Bro, the sound quality, the app, everything is dope as fuck. It's just their build.
Their headphones are like, I feel like they're really like sloppy designed.
Yeah, here, I got them in my fucking pocket.
I got AirPods.
See,
I think I got like...
But I think I'm going to lose them. That's my biggest thing, is I can buy the cheap ones and not lose them.
We're not getting sponsored for this.
I'm sure they're not going to be happy about all this shit I'm talking. But like, there's no... You know how it has the little thing that can go in your ear? And like, these are just supposed to like sit there. And they're fucking solid plastic.
Like no comfort at all?
No nothing. It's just supposed to sit perfect in your ear. There's no like... All right, this ear's bigger, this ear's smaller, so you can't adjust it. It's just ass.
You have good speakers, JBL, if you ever watch this. We do support you somewhat.
All right, we're at the point where we're just talking about headphones, so I think we're going to call this one an episode. I think we got sidetracked and confused. But you have anything to plug? You don't anymore, because you don't have music or anything. But we do, actually. We do have something to plug. Make sure you check out World's Vibe Podcast. First episode.
Is it World Vibes or World's Vibe?
You put it as World's Vibe.
Then obviously I can't spell either. World's Vibe.
I was wondering, because it was World 'S Vibe, and I was like, all right, World's Vibe. The World's Vibe.
Everything on social media, it says World Vibes. I fucked up.
No, it says World's Vibe.
The logo does.
Oh, so I fucked up.
One of us fucked up.
Then why didn't you call out the...
Because I didn't notice.
So it's World Vibes?
The World Vibes Podcast.
Oh, so I fucked it up.
That's okay. It's just profile.
It's the logo that I
it's
saw. It's
just the logo. So if you find somewhere that says World's Vibe, that's
no.
us.
The logo will be fixed before you see this. So it's World Vibes. The World Vibes. Yeah, because I remember I was going. I like it. Yeah, because the World Vibes.
Yeah.
The World Vibes, but it'll just be World Vibes.
The World Vibes Podcast.
So is it going to be the World Vibes?
No, just World Vibes.
Okay.
Like.
So is it at World Vibes? Did you?
Yes.
You know how to change all the ats on everything?
Yes.
Okay, so at World Vibes, yeah, dude, we're getting it. We're fucking professional, you know that.
I'm a delivery driver.
That's right, me too. So, delivery driver, I build webs, I do things, all right?
We do a lot of things.
But yeah, World Vibes, check out Thor Locks, Thunder God Cosmetics. I don't know why I keep promoting that, because it's not out right now. But when it comes out, you can go to the site, you just can't buy the product.
Just go to the site and check it out. See if it's something you'd like.
Go to the site, check out Thor Locks. You can get the sample. You just can't get the big bottles yet. Those are saved for the salons currently. But Thunderlocks or ThunderGodCosmetics.com, Thor Locks, World Vibes Podcast. check it all out. I know this episode was a little all over, just like every other episode. Be used to my ADHD brain by now, or get used to it, I guess. But yeah, episode 10. We
Family
did it.
reunion.
We did it.
That's what that was. Family reunion.
Me and Broke.
Hell
Back.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Back, and you're not looking at my fat side. I like it.
And I'm noticeable. So that's...
And I'm leaving in the fucking 62-minute thing. That's gonna be our intro.
I can tell time, I promise.
All right. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you follow. Fuck, I'm all over. Make sure you follow Trouble Past Podcast on all platforms. If you're watching the little shorts on TikTok, go over to YouTube. The audio podcast is everywhere: Apple Music, Spotify, literally anywhere you can find podcasts, you can listen to the audio. Follow along on YouTube. And thank you. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one.